Before everything changes with the 3.0 update of Animal Crossing New Horizons, I want to remember what Animal Crossing has meant to me. I put so much effort into every space, so I think it's important for me to chronicle my memories into this video before everything changes and I may or may not completely demolish everything. So welcome to a retrospective of my Animal Crossing experience. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Aaron. Introduce yourself in the comments by telling me your favorite Animal Crossing villager. You'll see many of mine appear throughout this video. The last time I talked about Animal Crossing here was for a data analysis of a favorite villager poll that I hosted, which had over 20,000 participants. So if you like what you see here and you want to support me, press the like button and subscribe. I started playing Animal Crossing when it released on GameCube, but I don't have my save data for my first playthrough, and that makes me kind of sad. I do have access to my Wild World, City Folk, and New Leaf towns though, so I'll be revisiting those for the first time in quite a while to react to my creativity and see if there's anything I can get inspired by for my New Horizons island. Each of my towns, except for my original GameCube town, are all named after fruit, and I'm not sure why, but I think it's cute. My Wild World town is named Orange, my City Folk town is named Mango, my New Leaf town is named Papaya, and my New Horizons island is named Clementine, as a callback to my Wild World town. So let's explore each of my towns, and let's see how creative I was the last 20-ish years. Animal Crossing Population Growing was released in 2001 on Nintendo GameCube. I somehow became interested in this game without knowing what it actually was, and I remember begging my dad to buy it for me, not knowing what kind of hyperfixation it would give me. Unfortunately, I can't share what my town looks like back then because I don't have my save data anymore, but something that sticks out to me were all the NES games you could collect and play. I remember placing them in my basement and playing them all the time, but this kind of thing probably won't happen in a future Animal Crossing game because this was before things like digital games existed. Another thing that sticks out to me was having Olivia live in my town. She was the perfect kind of powerful feminine representation I needed as a kid, and I weirdly placed her on a pedestal along with Rouge the Bat and Ivy from Soul Calibur. And now we can head over to Wild World because I can't pull any more memories from 25 years ago. Animal Crossing Wild World was released in 2005 on Nintendo DS. I had friends that I'd play Animal Crossing Population Growing with, but not to the same impact that Wild World had on me because this was the first time that I discovered online play in any capacity, so kind of mind-blowing to me as a 12-year-old in 2005. And we have everyone sleeping in their beds. We all lived in the same house. I have me and another me just spelled backwards, and then we have my little brother who also played this game. The top screen was reserved for the sky, and you could see things like presents and Pete. Dear fabulous Aaron, you are beyond fabulous. Gracie has got to pay her respects to the only true fashionista. Oh no. I moved. Moved 13,646 points. So that's only 7 villagers. My town's not even full. It's probably because we have a whole bunch of weeds to the point that I have a Rafflesia. I don't think there was really much you could do in this game though, as far as customizing your islands. Would you be a pirate ninja or a zombie Sasquatch? Pirate ninja, you get to live. You get to be alive, and then when you're a zombie Squatch, you're an undead Sasquatch. I feel like the correct answer is Pirate Ninja. We could take a look at the gate. That's how you would travel to other people's towns online. This is what Copper and Booker were doing. They were guarding the gate instead of running the police station. Instead of finding, well, you would find these bottles on your beach, but you could actually send out message bottles yourself and they would show up for other players. And there's a lot more of a selection of furniture compared to New Horizons. The Able sisters aren't even open. Oh, they are, but their lights are off. I am the fashion designer, and you better believe that I designed all of these. I don't know what my fashion sense was back then, but it's certainly not the same. I miss interacting with Phyllis. So we don't get to talk to her though, but we do have Pelly. Okay, we've got an anonymous comment. This place is the worst. Seriously, what's up with this town? Here, there, everywhere, everything I see looks terrible. I don't think I'm ever gonna clean this up. We're not going back to this game. You could look at constellations, and you can make your own constellations. I think they would be seen by other players that you played with. Bird's ancestor. I see it. It looks kind of like an eagle. Star. And then I think we're back. Why is this called Hottie? This is my favorite furniture set, or it was my favorite furniture set. I would use this in every game that it was included in, and I'm very sad that we didn't get it in New Horizons. Not much going on here. We've got your basic sink, range, trash can, fridge, and table. No chairs, but there is a lamp on the table. This is my backyard. Usually I like to reserve the back room for a backyard room. This is probably the best room in my house. The right room is featuring the cabana set. I guess this is a bedroom slash bathroom. I don't know what I was thinking here. And then if we go all the way upstairs, we'll get to... This is how you save and quit. This is where you stop playing the game. So you'll go into your bed, and then that's it. Animal Crossing City Folk was released in 2008 on Nintendo Wii. This game was bundled with an accessory known as the Wii Speak, which allowed you to voice chat without needing to use a headset. I think this might have inspired game chat on Nintendo Switch too, because it's kind of the same concept. I have no idea where my Wii Speak is, and I don't recall ever using it, but I did play this Animal Crossing a lot, and it was through this game that I started to develop actual friendships online instead of just trading items with people I talked to once. Hi Rover, Wii Remote, Invisible Wii Remote, and Nunchuck. Our house was rated better than Wild World, 25,688 points. Let's see what Rold said. Maybe he's moved out of every town. Yep, he moved out of Mango also. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Oh, I did not mean to toss that. Oops. I'm sorry. So we've got Whitney, Vladimir, Kid Kat, Mary, Aurora, Clyde, Pee-wee, Blue Bear, Sally, and Alfonso. If you run enough, like on the same path, it'll create like a dirt path for you. So what people would do was lay down specific pathing, and then you could kind of avoid that. Everything was still being run by Tortimer, Pelly, and Phyllis. I wish we could see Phyllis. It's not a passing grade, but it's not a failing grade either. I'd give it a D+, maybe a C- on a good day. Okay. If it doesn't have lyrics, it's a piece of music. So Saria's song is Saria's piece of music. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. I hate when that happens. He has the modern furniture set. This is my favorite. Oh, okay, let's just get into bed. A-Pie, look, he has a nickname for me. I'm pretty sure we're boyfriends, so it did just like naturally get into his bed right away. Oh. What? Why do I what is this? Why do I have a guitar? Oh, there we go. Here's Serena. Do you really not like me or something? So I have a choice between saying that I don't like her or I don't like her. Of course not. I mean, you don't not like me? Yeah, I'm just as confused as she is. Pretty similar to what we have in New Horizons. You got your bar set up and then some tables. This is also where you would watch KK Slider perform. Even got you a clean cup. That's the bare minimum, Brewster. My fashion sense definitely improves between Wild World and City Folk. We've got Link's tunic, Peach's dress, Luigi's overalls, and Ash Ketchum. I attempted to get a little creative. We have a little picnic blanket here. You can't put anything on it because that didn't come into play until New Horizons. You could upgrade your shop multiple times until you reached Nookington's, just like Wild World. It looks pretty much the same. There's a bus stop in this game. You would take the bus to visit the city. And we've got Cap'n being the bus driver. This is the city. We've got a fountain decorated with a Serena statue on top. We also have Phineas here. Phineas will give you a free prize. Balloons or things like bubbles, which is my favorite, so I'm getting that. You can blow bubbles at any time. We've got Shampoodle, we have Kicks, so you can get some new shoes. This was an auction house, so there's nothing in here because I haven't placed anything or connected online in multiple years. You could go to Gracie Grace at any point, and of course everything is way too expensive for me right now, so we're not buying anything today. The sake name of this store does not make an appearance, just like every other CEO. You would pay money to get a new emotion, and they're usually just like comedy shows that aren't really funny. You can only have up to 4 emotions at a time. This is... I forgot. Oh, this is red. You could not visit this city with your friends, which was always kind of disappointing for me because I would have loved running around in circles with my friends in this city. We love free public transit. This should be a fully upgraded house. We've got the modern furniture set. Me and Pee-wee are matching. My bathroom. So I guess it's just only 3 rooms. What is this one? Yeah, this is mine. So we've got the cabin furniture set, which is something that I attempted in Wild World. We got the green ranch furniture set. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it has ranch in it. Just like Wild World, you'll go up to your attic and then you'll head to your bed and save your game. Animal Crossing New Leaf was released in 2012 on Nintendo 3DS, and I think it's the closest of what we know of Animal Crossing today. Character models became taller, we got more ways to customize our islands, and I think there was a lot more focus on community building with the rise of online gaming. This was also the era that Nintendo began their Nintendo Directs, and we got fun moments like this.
Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
It also introduced us to things like amiibo cards, which I have a collection of. These cards were able to invite specific villagers to your island, and you could basically get your dream set of villagers as long as you had their cards. I collected Series 1, 2, 5, and the Sanrio collaboration. I'm not sure what happened to Series 3 and 4 for me, but I don't think I could go back to them if I can't obtain similar collection books like these for them. And this was the first game that Isabelle was introduced. This is the town of Papaya. Rold did not move out of this town. There he is, happily watering my roses. Let's say hi. Oh, now he's moving out. Oh, geez. This hammer is something that I do miss. I wish they included this in New Horizons. Oh, and we've got Medley here. This is a character that only appeared in this game. Oh, and the police are back. We've got Copper here, running the lost and found, really. He'll tell you what's happening in the town, which is something that Isabelle does in New Horizons. You can take all of these items if you want to, and he'll give it to you without question. This is basically another Nooks, but with the added bonus of being able to customize your furniture items. Different flowers in this game, like this one specifically. Violets do not appear in New Horizons. Something else that is absent from New Horizons are all the tropical fruit. Persimmons, we had lemons, we had lychee. Mango is the name of my city folk town, so I kind of predicted that. Durians. I know they added the vegetables in New Horizons, but I miss having different options for fruit. This is your town tree. It would grow based on the progress that you made on your town. Something else that was added to New Leaf were public works projects, like this standee, this undecorated standee. Oh, this bench is a public works project. Instead of like having a bench furniture item that you could place anywhere, you talk to Isabelle in Town Hall, and then you would tell her what and where you wanted to place it. Instead of having Phyllis and Pelly here, we've got Isabelle as your assistant, and you yourself are the town mayor, so you can go behind this desk finally. Let's celebrate this cobblestone bridge that I built probably like 5 years ago. After every public works project that you finish, you get a little celebration with Isabelle and some of your neighbors. Look, it's a delayed celebration, but it needed to happen. Instead of Brewster living in the museum, he has his own standalone coffee shop in your town. See, you get to choose what kind of blend you want. Let's get a mocha. The museum is not in your town, but instead you get to go up here. The shop is now run by Timmy and Tommy instead of Tom Nook. Tom Nook is running Nook's Homes. He's partnered with, I think, Lyle. And this is how you can upgrade your house and change its exterior. And then we've got the post office. So instead of the town hall running the mail system, they have their own little location here. But as usual, this is Pelly and not Phyllis, so we're saying goodbye. I guess they introduced accessories into this game, along with your character appearing taller compared to City Folk and the previous games. They've given us more accessories, like, I guess pants aren't accessories, but you can wear pants now. On the right side, we can go this way, and labels here. And then Kix has his own store. You could upgrade the store just like all the other games, all the previous games, I should say. But we also have Leaf here. Kind of the same selection of options. We do still have the modern furniture set. That's very important to me. But we now have a third floor, and this is where Gracie Grace lives. I don't know why she would resort to living on top of TNT Emporium, but here she is. You could use your play coins to get a fortune cookie, and sometimes you'll get a special prize that's related to like a different Nintendo franchise. So if we eat this fortune cookie, we'll get a fortune. Look to the sky when the sun sets. All will be revealed in this twilight. So I think this is Midna's helmet. We give this fortune to Tommy, and he'll give us a special prize. Midna's mask. Yeah, I was right. And then we can put this on. Of course, we love Midna here. Along with Isabelle, also introduced Digby, who is Isabelle's brother. He runs the Happy Home Showcase. I did take my 3DS recently to Pokemon Regionals in Las Vegas, And then before that, I took it to PAX West. So these are all recent people. You can also specifically save houses of players that you want to keep. And if we look at the sign, this is Reggie, just a little time capsule we've got here. So if we go into his house, it's full of just Nintendo, obviously. So you could collect all these items yourself. I think they're all through the fortune cookie, which we just ate. So you can see we have Midna's mask here also. But a lot of those items are missing from New Horizons. I think they're adding some of them with the 3.0 update, specifically like the Zelda stuff. This is Reggie's kitchen area. I'm not sure what this room is, Reggie. This is clearly like a bathroom in the lower right corner. We've got, oh, did he put his face on this bed? This is Reggie's basement, obviously like a gamer den. I don't know what this room is exactly supposed to be, but clearly inspired by Japanese culture. You can visit anyone's house that you've previously street passed with. Sometimes Nintendo will give you special houses to visit, like Reggie's. But I saved it so that Reggie could just stay in my game forever. Dr. Shrunk is back, but unlike City Folk, you could have every emotion at your disposal. This club is also where KK Slider performs. Luna was introduced in this game. Just like in New Horizons, you can visit other towns through dreams. You could use this photo booth. Oh, look at me promoting my Twitter. You could use this photo booth to change your profile picture right here. I do not have a Twitter account anymore. I have since deleted it. Obviously, she's sleeping right now, so we won't disturb her. She runs a gift shop. She sells a couple items, and then you can also have your own exhibits, which I thought was really cool. This exhibit is specifically for all of the character portraits that I've collected. There were certain items that you would be able to get through Spot Pass, which kind of in a way is DLC. So I put all of these items here because they were exclusive to that. This room is dedicated for every single fortune from the fortune cookies. Then room number 2 features all of my, I guess you could call them achievements. So we've got all of my trophies here. Oh, there's also these lockers. And this is, you can just access your storage outside of your home. Oh, something fun that isn't in New Horizons. When you cut down trees, sometimes they'll have a cute design on them, like this Triforce here. And this mushroom that's next to it, if you eat it, something fun will happen. It's just like Super Mario. So let's go to my main house. Look, I know that your neighbors visiting your house is cute, but I always just get annoyed because they always interrupt what I'm doing, because now I can't move my furniture. So what I'll do is just leave my house and then they'll leave. Main room features the sleek furniture set. My back room features the modern wood furniture set. Go to this right room. This is the sloppy furniture set. And then we also have the 7-Eleven furniture collaboration. I think this was specifically distributed in Japan, but I had to get my hands on it. I don't know what this room is supposed to be. I guess it's just another living room. I don't think this furniture set is in New Horizons either. My basement features not a whole lot, but this is the Splatoon furniture set. This is a completely empty room. House number 2, house number 3, and house number 4. This features obviously all of the Zelda items. I hope they're bringing these back. We've got a Mario themed basement. Upstairs. I think this is supposed to be like overflow stuff. We've got the modern furniture set yet again making a return. We got the backyard upstairs. I think I was trying to recreate my Wild World house here. We've got the cabin furniture set. Okay, this is my favorite piece of furniture in the game. If we go to the left side of town, we have this RV campsite, which is hosted by Harvey. This was introduced in the Welcome Amiibo update. So in addition to Harvey, you could also get visitors through RVs, and then you can order furniture from these guys, featuring items that are in the RV itself. If we go all the way to the bottom of your island on this dock, you can talk to Cap'n. You'll get into this boat and he'll take you to an island. And if you don't want to listen to a song, you can mash A and you'll interrupt him. And then you'll enter the space that's run by his family. The highlight of this island is really just being able to visit here with your friends. You can register for a tour either by yourself or with up to 3 other friends. And you can do a bunch of these, like, they're basically like mini games that you can play. So that's it. That's New Leaf. Unlike Wild World and City Folk, you don't have to go all the way up to your attic to save. You can just press save and quit right here. I want to take a moment to acknowledge Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. I did pay full price for this. Now there's also Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer and Pocket Camp, which I didn't play either of, but I do know people who had fun with them. I also somehow owned 2 copies of Happy Home Designer, and I didn't touch either of those. I've always been a fan of Animal Crossing since its debut outside of Japan, and I think it finally became more mainstream with New Leaf, and especially even more with New Horizons because of a certain uncertain situation that happened back in 2020. New Horizons launched at the perfect time for all of us because it gave us all a way to escape what was happening in the world and still be connected with our friends. And when I think about it, New Horizons is basically the Wii Sports of the Nintendo Switch era because pretty much everyone was playing it. Hello, Isabel. I've definitely put the most effort into this iteration of Animal Crossing. If we take a look at my map here, this is what it looks like. Pretty much all of these villagers I've obtained through amiibo cards. This actually isn't my original islands that I started back in March of 2020, but that island isn't completely gone because I have it saved as a dream. So if you go back here and we head to bed, Luna has brought us back to my very first New Horizons island. With this island, I wanted to recreate some areas that I personally like in Pokemon. The starting area is supposed to be the starting town in Black and White 2. Or at least half of the national park found in Gold and Silver, a recreation of Celadon City. The shopping mall here. This is the location of where the Celadon City gym is. I've had a bunch of villagers who've moved in and out of every iteration of Animal Crossing, and I'd like to say that my current lineup is staying, but who really knows, because I like to change my mind. So on this island, I made this cemetery to honor the villagers who left or I guess kicked out. This is a recreation of an area found in Black and White, specifically the area that you would catch Victini. Here, this is a Pokemon Stadium. And then this way, this is the Seabreak Path that you would find Shaman at the end at. This is my main house on this island. I have pretty much almost one of every flower here. You will basically see this room all over again. Maybe not the exact same way, but pretty similar on the island that I have now. This is an empty room, just with a fan and a Pom Pom Purin poster. This is a very empty bathroom. This is also kind of empty room, but featuring a bunch of fruit. This is kind of like sort of a jazz club. I kind of have this same theme in my basement now. Another empty room. Good morning. Because you are starting on a deserted island, you need a way to get off of it. So you can either obviously go visit your friends. You can also visit just like a randomly generated island that you can find like different fruit on, or people will use this to hunt for specific villagers if they don't already have their amiibo. Happy Home Paradise was added with the previous major update, and you can go here. This basically acts like Happy Home Designer. And then you can also visit Harv's Island. So Wilbur has taken us to Harv's Island, and obviously we have Harv here. We also have Miss Harriet, who will give you a haircut. And if we head back here, this features basically all of the special characters that will visit your island from time to time. You can have Harv's cabin as, I don't know, you can treat it like a second home, but it's mostly used for different photo ops, starting with this double waterfall feature. And then we have one of every fruit tree here, followed by one of every flower, a free DIY area. We've got the shopping center up here. You can take a look at the bulletin board. We'll probably see something. Happy Pride. We're no longer the mayor, but an island representative. So if we go to Town Hall, let's see what Isabelle has to say about the island. 5 stars. I don't think he actually wants to be fishing right now. And if we go across this bridge, we enter a cute little mushroom forest full of gyroids. And then I tried to give each villager like their own area, their own kind of like themed area. So this is Lucky. And if we go up here, this used to be Stitch's area, and I've since replaced him with Marty. But I feel like the teddy bear forest vibe still kind of fits with him. Up here we have the campsite. I am probably the least happy with this area, and I've kind of let these flowers overgrow a little bit. Something that every island needs. A runway, of course. And we take a right here. We can see the froggy chair. And then we also have the vegetable cooking kind of area. This is supposed to be like a little residential area. We've got 2 more houses up here. If we head over this way and we look at this area, this is kind of like a sunken, like, I don't know, forest perspective area I tried to do. Then if we head north, we can reach Julian's house. Then heading down this way, we have reached Marina's house. She's left her Nintendo Switch out here for quite a while. My house has gone through several renovations, and I wish I had pictures of what it used to look like throughout the years, but I can show you what it looks like now. I placed my house in kind of a secluded area. If we take a look at the map here, you can see that it's surrounded by water and some walls that I've placed up. It's kind of like a self-made crater, and you can actually only get through it from a warp pipe that's placed right behind this orange tree. And somehow my villagers are still able to find their way to my front door. Kind of the same setup. We've got the kitchen on the left side and the living room right here. This is yet again another bathroom, but it is very much more furnished than the other one. This features most of the Sanrio collaboration. The back room is basically my bedroom. I'm pretty happy with this room. I think it looks really cute. Pretty similar to my previous basement in my original island, but still kind of different. I don't know what to call this room, but this is where sacrifices happen. Sashay away. Not everything that matters to me in Animal Crossing is something you can find in my towns right now, because some of the most important parts of this game happened while I played with my friends and created memories, and even outside in the real world. I hosted decorating contests and runways where the goal was really just to be creative together with my friends. Animal Crossing also became something that I talked about, not just something I played. Hosting that favorite villager poll and seeing almost 20,000 people come out to talk about their favorites reminded me how much meaning people attach to these characters. Every villager really is someone's favorite, and hearing those stories felt just as important as anything I've created in this game. There's also moments where Animal Crossing crossed into the real world. Seeing it represented at Nintendo Live 2023 and experiencing it in a space like the Seattle Aquarium was surreal to see, because something that purely existed on my game consoles suddenly became real. None of these moments exist as paths or buildings in any of my towns, but they're still part of my Animal Crossing experience. Some things will change, some things will stay the same, but here's what I have planned for my New Horizons island. I won't be demolishing it because I put way too much time and effort into this space, and I do genuinely like it. There's still some empty areas across my island that I'd like to fill up and utilize, like right below Marty's house, to the right of the museum, the lower left-hand corner of my island, and literally all the beaches. The residential area also feels pretty empty, so I'll have to figure out something there. I'd also like to fill up my museum catalogs because I don't think I've finished any of them, and my art collection literally has only one piece. So basically my resolution is to actually play this game, and all of my gameplay clips that you saw today was from a previous live stream, and I plan to continue streaming, so like and subscribe to see more of me. Looking back at all of this, from population growing to New Horizons, it's crazy to see how much Animal Crossing has been there with me. Each game marks a different era of my life, and each town holds a version of me that no longer exists in quite the same way. I've talked about lost save data, towns I can still revisit, and memories that mean a lot to me, and I guess this video really isn't about my town layout or my villagers or things I've created on my New Horizons island, but it's sort of a time capsule and how a game that looks simple on the outside can hold years of creativity, change, community, and comfort. Okay, that's all the time I've got. I've got to get back to playing Animal Crossing New Horizons on my Nintendo Switch.